Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Savile Stone from RapNet. Welcome to this webinar about RapNet jewelry. Before we start, a few housekeeping notes. If you look at the bottom of your screen, you'll see a Q&A button. If you want to ask any questions during the webinar, please press on that button and type your question. I'll do my best to answer it either during the course of the presentation or afterwards, where we can go through live questions. We'll also be typing out answers for those that need URLs and things like that. I'm very excited to introduce to you RapNet Jewelry, which is jewelry trading on the RapNet trading network. And I'd like to welcome you all to this webinar and thank you all for joining. I'm going to keep it short today. I'm going to have a very few words about what we're doing and the demonstration of the capabilities of RapNet Jewelry and introduce you to a little of the things that are to come. Right now, we have more than 2,000 items of jewelry on the site, and we're very excited that it's growing day by day in the hundreds. So we launched jewelry on RapNet on February the 4th. And jewelry enables diamond and jewelry traders to buy and sell jewelry over the RapNet network. RapNet's famous for its diamond trading, and we're expanding our repertoire into jewelry to enable our members to engage and trade on wider areas and areas that they're not, that's not purely diamond focused. We're still diamonds, we're still the network for diamonds, but we're adding jewelry to give everybody something additional that they can do to trade. We're just at the beginning of this journey, and we've already seen a tremendous response. We have many retail jewelers and jewelry manufacturers as members, and this is something to assist those members in all the trading needs that they have, where everything you need, diamonds and jewelry wise, will soon be on RapNet for you. By adding jewelry listings to RapNet, we're opening up a whole new channel for members to be able to trade, and we're doing this at no extra cost. This doesn't increase your RapNet membership in any way. Anybody who is a RapNet member, for the same price of their membership, has access to buy jewelry on the RapNet network, as well as to upload jewelry. So this is a purely added value subscription service that we're giving to our members as part of the added value that we do from time to time for our members. Why don't we have a look at how jewelry listings work on RapNet? I'll give you a quick demonstration of both the web and our app and show you the way it works. And then we can pause for some questions. So I'm going to start sharing the screen. Can somebody just confirm in the chat that they can actually see the screen? Thank you very much. Good. Just switch that on. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so I've logged into RapNet. On the dashboard, you'll see the latest jewelry listings laid out for you. These are the latest diamonds, the latest jewelry items that have been uploaded to our network. You can click on any one of them and go directly to them, or you can open the menu, and under Find Diamonds, you'll now find a new menu called Find Jewelry. Let's go in from Find Jewelry. I'll close the menu again. My internet seems to be a little bit slow tonight. Give it a second. I'm sorry about that. And you get to the jewelry page, which has all the items of jewelry that have been recently uploaded. I've got them sorted by newest to oldest, but you can sort by price as well. And on the left-hand side, you'll see all the filters that we have. You can filter by jewelry type. bracelets, brooches, pendants, cufflinks, rings, etc., etc. You can filter by what we call collection, which is engagement rings or general, men's, other, and these categories will grow as we hear more and more from buyers and sellers what kind of categories they need. You can sort by material and by a multitude of different sort criteria, including whether it's in stock and which country it's from, which location it's from, and different styles. But probably the easiest way to search is through the free search. Here you can just type anything that you're looking for and the filter will immediately react. For example, I can say I'm looking for rings, and immediately only rings are displayed on the filter. Or I can say I'm looking for pearl necklaces, and immediately all the pearl necklaces will pop up that we have available on display. Well, unless I spelled something wrong, let me just, excuse me about that. Let me just try pearl, and that will be good enough. And anything with pearls will pop up that we have on display. You can also search for a particular person. For example, I know that I'm looking for, I don't know, David Gross's jewelry that he's uploaded, and all of David Gross's jewelry will appear because I'm looking for that particular supplier. Of course, you can go into any item, and there we can display to you multiple high resolution images, including sometimes a video, if the supplier has provided one, the price, the details of the piece, and you can of course favorite the item for later and contact the seller through the RapNet Trade Center just like you do for diamonds. There's more information about the piece, and more items from the seller are displayed below so that you can also quickly navigate to any other item. I'm going to try and show you the same thing on the web. See if I can get this right. This was a piece of new technology that I'm trying tonight. Where you go into your RapNet main page on the app. If you scroll, you'll see the latest jewelry items, just like you saw on the dashboard of the website. Or you can go click Find Jewelry in the menu. And in a very similar way, you can scroll through all the latest jewelry, do a search if you want. Or access the filters on the right-hand side. Very similar to the web, but here it's all at your fingertips all the time, wherever you are. Uploading. Not everybody is a buyer. Lots of people are sellers, and lots of people have got jewelry that they want to get rid of. There's some stuff in the shop that's not moving, some stuff in the safe that you haven't been able to get rid of, closeouts, or you're a jewelry manufacturer. How do you upload diamonds to RapNet? Well, there's a couple of ways. I'm going to show you first from the app, and then I'm going to show you from the web. In the app, you go to the menu by clicking on the hamburger menu on the top left, and you'll see jewelry. And under jewelry, you can see manage my jewelry and upload jewelry. In upload jewelry, you get to add photographs, which you can add from your gallery if you have any photographs already in your phone, or you can take from a camera. You can give a video URL, and you can do multiple photographs, by the way. You can do a video URL. At this stage, we're only accepting videos that are on YouTube or Vimeo, but as suppliers upload more and contact us and ask to get their videos included in jewelry, we will add more and more different options for people to upload videos. You must add an item title, keywords that buyers will look for. What do you think is the best thing to describe your piece? A description, a stock number, price, And there's various fields, jewelry type, for example, is it a ring? Is it a pendant? Is it a necklace? Which kind of category it falls in, which collection. Condition would be great, new or pre-owned. And you need to add certain mandatory fields like location and currency. And then just save the item and it will be uploaded to your jewelry listings. We won't accept jewelry listings that don't have high quality images. So even though you can upload without an image, if a high quality image isn't added to the listing, it won't show in the search. It will still show in your jewelry listings in your stock on RapNet, but it won't show to buyers without a high quality image. There are a lot of ways to get images to RapNet, but we've partnered with a company called Pickup Media, and we'll type that in the comments and in the Q&A. Pickup Media, and they're offering a discount to RapNet members on their Lightbox, which is a fantastic way to do high quality jewelry images right from your mobile phone through their Lightbox, or even from an SLR camera if you want, through their Lightbox. It's about $1,000 for the box. It's well worth the investment, and that's our standard for images of jewelry on RapNet. So we recommend everybody, if you haven't got a Pickup Media Lightbox yet, you should get one. We will be selling them at the JCK show. You can also pick them up at the Hong Kong show that's coming up soon. And Pickup Media is offering a discount to RapNet members who buy through them. If you go to the URL that we're going to show in the chat, which I think Bensi just put in the chat, Pickup Media, that's PICUP media.com/RapNet. There's a discount to RapNet members and free shipping. So we recommend to everybody who doesn't have an imaging solution, you should for sure be using the Pickup Media Lightbox. I'm going to go back to the web now. If you want to upload via the web, you can go to upload multiple or single items. Single items is the only thing that's enabled at the moment, and it's very similar to what you saw on the app. You can drag or drop photographs into the boxes, and you add your high quality photographs. You fill in as many of the fields that you can. If you have diamonds or other stones, you can add it. You can add it to the piece of jewelry, and then fill in the details about each type of stone. And you can add multiple stones, obviously the important stones, and you can then save the item to your list. And as long as you've got a good photograph, it will go up to the jewelry search. How do you add multiple items? Let's say you've got a file of multiple items you want to add. Right now, this is not enabled for general use. We're still perfecting this, but we have a file upload, and there are templates and manuals that we can make available to you to prepare your files. If you are in our beta program, you can practice uploading files with multiple items. And if you're not in our beta program, contact your nearest RapNet customer service office or email product@diamonds.net, and we will assist you in preparing and uploading a file for you. The upload is very simple. You fill in the fields that you have. If they're not exactly matching the fields we have, we'll give you a chance to map the fields one time so that you never have to do it again, and so we can recognize the names of your fields. And you upload your files, and of course you can manage your media files where you can upload multiple images at once. You don't have to do them one at a time, and then connect them to your pieces of jewelry either automatically if they have similar titles in the image file to the piece of jewelry, or manually using our media management system. That is jewelry in a nutshell. I'd invite you all to give it a spin, go have a look, contact the sellers, engage in discussions with them. We've worked very hard with and with experts in the trade to bring us through as we can. We're at the beginning of this journey, and we invite you to come along with us as we learn what's best for you, and we get feedback from you how to improve. Now I'm going to go turn to any questions you may have, and I thank you very much for attending this webinar, and thank you very much for being a RapNet member. I'm going to try and wander around and find the Q&A button. There it is, and we have 4 questions that are still open. Stacy says, are the latest items those that were uploaded last, or is there another criteria? It's the ones that were uploaded most recently become latest items. That's correct, Stacy. Stacy asks a very important question. Are jewelry listings to the trade only and therefore wholesale prices? That is a great question. Let me explain to you a bit about RapNet and a bit about what we're going to do with jewelry. RapNet is a business-to-business network, full stop. We do not make these listings open to the public. Therefore, we're expecting jewelry sellers to list wholesale prices. And I'd like to appeal to all the sellers out there, please bear that in mind when you're listing jewelry, because quite frankly, I'm seeing high prices on the jewelry listings right now, as I think sellers are learning what is exactly going on in the market and how to adjust them their prices. RapNet will never list your stuff to consumers unless you give permission to a particular retailer to list your diamonds or your jewelry on their website. We have programs called Instant Inventory, which is a program which allows people to take RapNet stock and show it as virtual inventory in their store or on their websites. It's a permission-based program, which means the jeweler must get permission from the supplier, and the supplier must give permission to the jeweler both ways before the stock will be made available. This isn't yet enabled for jewelry, but that is in our plans to come, that retailers will be able to showcase jewelry on their sites and in their stores in display mechanisms from RapNet suppliers. But please be aware, it's permission-based. We will never take anything without your permission. We have a very simple philosophy. The owner of the piece, the owner of the diamond, owns that data and tells us what to do with it. We don't get to use it in places that the owner doesn't want it to go, and we're very careful with that. So that's a great question, Stacy. They're open only to the trade, and prices should be wholesale prices, which I think is similar to John's question, where's the markup listed, or what is markup listed? We don't put any markups on. This is a pure business-to-business trading network, peer-to-peer. You guys work out the price between the buyer and the seller. Although I think in the future, we will go to a recommended markup from the seller, so that when retailers sell it in the store, they get an idea of what the seller recommends. Wayne asks, why are people allowed to post generic stock pictures as merchandise? It's a good question, Wayne. At this stage, we are allowing people to post as we see how people use the network. We are encouraging manufacturers to post their generic items, which they have in their catalogs on. But what you can't do is post a picture of something that doesn't exist. So there's no generic stock pictures as merchandise that should be allowed. And please, if you see anything that you think is not a legitimate listing, please let us know, and we will deal with it. It's imperative for both the health of the buyers and the sellers and the network as a whole that people respect other people's time and abilities, and don't go and post things that are not relevant to the trading community. Scott asks, can we sell pre-owned trademark items, for example, a Tiffany item purchased from an estate? Yes, we do allow that, and we have brands and designers, and you can sell pre-owned. Rajit asks about how many retail jewelers will these listings be exposed to. At this stage, at least 4,000 or 5,000 that we have as members, and that list is growing all the time. One of the reasons why we introduced jewelry is because we've seen a very marked increase in the amount of retail jewelers joining RapNet in the last few years, and we're assisting them in getting the product that they need through the RapNet network, because of course ultimately the jewelers are what sells the diamonds and jewelry onto the public, and we want to see that flow of goods moving out of the network, which is to everyone's benefit. So that's roughly how we have. You can search for members for using their name. I see somebody asked, can they search by RapNet ID? Not yet, but that will be coming. Do we allow estate jewelry pieces on the platform? Yes, we do. Mona asks, who will be verifying the items listed on the site? Will this be only for the trade or available to the public? So we've answered that it's only available to the trade. But the verification question, Mona, is a great question, and I think I know why you asked that. At this stage, sellers are responsible for what they list, and buyers must make sure that they deal with the sellers that they know or that they can trust, and that the items are adequately described before they commit any money. In the future, we do have plans to introduce a kind of Rappaport jewelry grading certificate, which will involve trusted appraisers who can actually take a piece, appraise it, and provide some sort of grading report for these pieces. That's in the future. It's down the line. At this stage, please make sure that the piece is as described before you commit any money to it. Again, the RapNet members are screened before we allow them to become RapNet members. So generally, RapNet is a trusted network of good buyers and sellers, but the onus is on the buyers and sellers to do the deals amongst themselves. So be careful before committing any money. Leon asks, what steps are taken to ensure no counterfeit items are on the site? Leon, it's a good question. At this stage, we are not taking any steps because we're allowing our trusted sellers to list items. In the future, we will have to be dealing with all these issues. But please bear in mind again, this is RapNet, where we take trusted members of the trade into our network. We don't allow any consumers in, and we don't allow just anybody to join, and people need to have good references before they join. So we're banking on that to not have too many fraudulent pieces on there. But in the future, we're going to have to get to the point where we can help verify pieces. David asks about what are the terms of placing goods on the site. There are no extra charges for placing goods on the site or for selling through the site. The only terms that we have are be honest, be ethical, and be accurate in your description of your goods. Okay, and how is exchange of money and product handled? It's handled in the same way that RapNet for Diamond is handled, between the buyers and sellers themselves directly. That's how we can offer our services for the cheap prices that we do. In the future, we will be adding transaction-based services to assist people who choose to use them. But at this stage, we're not ready to support that. If anybody does need some sort of escrow arrangement, we're happy to try and assist on a case-by-case basis. Contact your local customer service office, and we'll see what we can arrange. I think that I've answered all the questions. If there's anything I haven't answered, somebody should just raise a hand. I'm going to go to the chat and see if there's anything in the chat that I've missed out. Okay, there's a question about will we be doing trading sessions at the main shows? I don't know. If it's a good idea, we'd love to. We don't want to, we'll do whatever the clients, whatever you guys think is good for us. Okay, I think I've answered. Douglas asks, will RapNet postings be protected from search engines? It's a good question, Douglas. RapNet postings are behind a password. No search engines can index the diamonds or the jewelry that's on RapNet. The only time that they would hit a search engine is if a jeweler or a retailer listed them on their website and allowed them to be indexed on search engines. And again, that's only with permission from the seller. So RapNet listings are protected from search engines. Mark asked a good question. Are we responsible for taking items down? Mark, the answer is yes. If you sell an item and it is no more, please delete the post. If you're a manufacturer and you have multiple items, then you can obviously leave the item up there as long as you have it in stock. And when it's out of stock, you should mark it as out of stock. So obviously, if you sell an estate piece or a pre-owned piece, take it off the system. Don't pollute the system with jewelry that's not available. Okay, I think I've answered everything. And if there are any more questions, we will make sure to answer everybody who asked the question. Who asked the question. I want to thank everybody for joining us. We're coming up on the half hour, and I'd like to say thank you very much for being a RapNet member. And we hope you enjoy and really profit from this new added value service. Thank you very much, everybody, and I wish you all a pleasant day and a profitable month and year.